Hey you! Want to compete for a high score and earn a short feature? Hey you! Like pinball games and arcade style games? Hey you! With the hair! Do you enjoy RingtailRandl's videos, or do you like associating with RingtailRandl in general? Well, this is for you! I'm trying a new project called Let's Score with RingtailRandl, and this is purely experimental. It is up to you to make it a success. If you participate, it is a success. If you don't, bye, it'll be deleted. You'll never know it happened. We'll never remember. So sit down with me for the amount of time that we have. You may feel free to open this another tab and just listen on. There will be details in text annotations, so if you need extra details, just come back to the tab. It's as easy as that, viewers. Now, the game that we are going to be doing Let's Score Project 1 on is Pinbot for the NES. Now, you saw this in the announcement video. That was what was playing in the background. I've even been gracious enough to include a short tutorial on controls and guidelines to playing the game. In the description, there's also a GameFAQs link describing the rules in case you need them in detail. So, along with the text annotations on screen, my voice in the gameplay, it should explain everything you need to know, just about. So, come and see and sit with me whilst we explore Pinbot together. No, there are benefits for you for participating, so stay tuned. I hope this is a success. I hope this is a big success. It is up to you to make it a success, viewer. It's up to you. Alright, without further ado, here's your crash course on Pinbot for the NES. Happy playing! Viewers, hello! I'm RingtailRandl, and welcome to my first Let's Score with RingtailRandl. I had this idea when I recorded the announcement video. I'm like, you know what would be really cool? Is if I could play with my subscribers and we could achieve a little high score thing together for a while. Well, you are going to help me see the ending to Pinbot for the NES, created by Rare. What did Rare also create? They created Battletoads, Banjo-Kazooie, Conker, Perfect Dark, Diddy Kong Racing, and a lot of the Donkey Kong games as we know it today were created by Rare, so you should know them. If you do not, you probably have not been alive very long, or on the internet very long. But this is the only part that I will be narrating live. I'm going to be getting some gameplay footage and occasionally cutting, because I have tried, this is the third take, trying to explain live, and the Let's Play curse is preventing me from explaining all the mechanics properly. So you will be seeing me pausing, cutting all this to explain what's going to go on and how to do things. The first thing I must explain is the controls, which I will also be doing live. Alright, here is Pinbot, your playing field. Now, on the left side, you can see the flippers. Any direction on the D-pad, it does not matter which direction, will control your left flipper. The left flipper, I think, is the least significant out of the two, and you will see why in a moment. And A will control your right flipper. Just A, not B. B controls the plunger, which is on the bottom right below our ball, which we'll be getting to in a minute. Now, I must explain that there is no pausing in Pinbot, unless you do this, which is not allowed. If I catch you pausing loading states or anything for any reason in your entry, you will be disqualified for that week. So keep that in mind. I say there's no pausing because when you press start, it tilts the machine. Start will tilt it to the left, select will tilt it to the right. In tilt, what it will do is it will kind of coax your ball into going a direction you would like it to go. Like, you'll see in a moment. You'll see in a moment. And if you tilt too much, you'll start to get danger. If your ball is actually in the playing field, and you start tilting at danger, it will go into tilt mode. And when tilt mode is activated, these flippers will not work. Your ball will just bank and you'll lose the ball. So be very moderate about how you tilt. And in certain situations, you are really going to need to tilt. You'll see why on your own. I can't quite explain it myself. I have to leave that a surprise. Alright. And with that, the live commentary has ended. I will see you in post-commentated bits explain the rest of the board. Alright, thank you viewers. You'll be hearing from me very soon. Viewers, hello. We're back, and this is the post-commentated bit. Now, first tip I have for you is to hold the ball and just kind of calculate what you're doing. Don't hold it too awful long, just enough to see what you're doing. This will help you in a lot of aspects. It's better than randomly hitting the ball in a certain trajectory and just seeing what you get, because more times than not, it has gotten me in a lot of trouble. In this pocket you'll see right up here, it said 25,000. That will become very important later. So just stay tuned and I will explain it as we go on. But while we're here, I would like to explain certain things about how to commentate your entries, how to carry yourself about, and what you should do when you reach the end of the game. Just stick with me because this will be counting as my week 1 entry as well. I said I was going to be cutting and stuff, but I'm not cutting anything since this is my entry. And this right here, I paused in the recording at good timing. The ramp I spent on is what increases your multipliers. Your multiplier will appear in the bottom right screen when you're in the playing field, and what the multiplier does is it will multiply your score you've earned in that ball by a certain amount. Like just now, I went through the multiplier ramp twice, so my multiplier is now ×3. And the more times you hit that ramp, the better, because it will multiply your current score. But since the physics are pretty realistic right down to the pixel, it is very tricky to get it quite where you want. And now, the spaceship cockpit is open. And now, here is how you will get your multi-ball. It will take your ball, it will give you another, throw it right into the playing field, and what you must do is fill both cockpit seats. And oh, I almost got it there. Come on, I got this. I don't quite. Okay, there we go. I accidentally got the pocket again. Well, there's more than one way to skin a cat. I guess there's more than one way to get into that pocket. Wrong pocket. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. And whilst you have a double ball, all scores on the field will be doubled as long as both balls are in play. But it can get pretty chaotic because one ball will be in the playing field and you won't be able to see it, and the other will be going by the flippers. And what I did was I threw it back up in the cockpit and it will temporarily hold it for you. I think it'll hold it for about a minute. And what you just saw was me hitting a tab on the right side and I proceeded to plant it. My mouse pointer circled the planet I currently earned, which I think was Pluto. It's not a planet anymore, but in 1988 back then it was considered one. And these planets will give you points at the score results screen. So it's very good to get them because it will be 10,000 points per time you lose a ball. Every single time. They're not affected by multipliers, but they are points nonetheless. Proceed here. I will probably have a section with all the rules together in the way you should commentate your videos all together so it's not real confusing. I've been thinking about this for a while. I remember I was out just running one day. I'm like, you know what would be really cool? If I could show off Pinbot more in just an announcement video. Because this is a wonderful game, it really is. I've had it for about 17 years now. I still enjoy the hell out of it. Yay, we lost our ball! Let's make the flippers dance! And now here's our score results screen. Right here, displayed on you for screen, is the multiplier earned, which is ×3. It multiplied the score I had by 3, which will now be added to our total score. Like so. And here's the planet we earned, which is Pluto. When it popped up, I got 10,000 points, and this will keep popping up for every time I get to the results screen. Oh, and you have 3 balls by default, unless you earn more balls, which you see that extra right up there. I'm about to show you how to earn extra balls. Now, what you need to do is bank it right into that pocket. Oh, I just got another multiplier unwittingly. As time goes on, I will hit it. I'll probably hit that ramp more often than not. I get pretty lucky with that ramp, to be honest. And another way you can actually get planets, I did not explain this, was I just hit a tab, so I proceeded to planet. It was a glowing green planet on the right side. If you also see the 3 bumpers in the middle of the board up there, if you hit all 3 of those tabs, you'll proceed to another planet. That was a bad ball. And see, look, I proceeded to Neptune and got another 10,000 point bonus. These planets will give you points very quickly, and honestly, compared to the big pinball machines nowadays, this scale of score is pretty small. Because you can earn 10 million points like nothing in the modern pinball games. In this one, 10 million is a feat. In fact, if you get 10 million points, it will show you the ending to the game, and that will be the end of the Let's Score. But there will be benefits to competing and not just posting one video where you succeed to 10 million in one go. So it will benefit all of your competitors and yourself if you just go at it natural and post what score you get each week. Remember, we would like this to last longer than just 1 week. Okay. And, oh, almost. See, it's funny to say that the physics are pretty realistic, but shoot, they are. Right down to the pixel, they are pretty realistic for a pinball machine. And that's one reason I really miss Rare. They were really just game developing geniuses. There goes the famous ball holding technique, and I control it right to the multiplier ramp once again. This is my 3rd ball, I think, so I definitely do need to get it in that ramp. Come on, get in the pocket. There we go. It says light extra, and what light extra does is it lights the extra ball light. And you're going to see it bank from bit to bit. I think I'm showing you the mouse pointer. Yeah, there we go. That's the extra ball light. It will jump from spot to spot to spot on that row. And if the ball goes in there, you'll get an extra ball, which is an extra life. And there we go. I got it. It says right down there, extra ball. So I got the extra ball. I do not actually know the conditions in which to activate the extra ball light, but like I said in the description, I will be including a link to a GameFAQs FAQ of it, which will explain everything to you. I recommend not looking at it unless you absolutely need to see something. You don't want to ruin the surprises for yourself. And for sure is more in depth than my explanation of Pinbot. And now I think I have covered the basics of the game, so I can begin explaining rules and all that. Thank you for watching. I think multi-ball time? Yeah, multi-ball time. So, the rules really are as follows. The first step is definitely you must be subscribed to my channel. If you are not subscribed to my channel, I will not accept your entry. And if at any point in time I'm updating the scoreboard, I am going to make a nice image for it, and I'll post it before my entries each week. If at any time you are not subscribed to my channel and you have scores on the scoreboard, I have all right to I can exercise the right to remove your score simply for being unsubscribed from my channel. There will be more than one Let's Score series, so if you're here just for the Let's Score, I'd be glad to have you. I know it's a cliche rule, but it's just the way it was written. And here's our extra ball again. You know what? I'm just not going to explain the rules right here. I will probably fill it in with something else, or with silence, and I will explain it without getting so flustered at my gameplay. It's funny because when I'm watching this in Vegas right now, it's really laggy, but when I rendered it and watched it in Windows Media Player, it was perfect, so I'm not sure what to expect in the render out of this. I hope it's going to be perfect. But this is a wonderful game. Me and my dad used to play this 2-player all the freaking time, and he would just whoop me every time. When I did the announcement video, I was digging through my carts because I didn't want to just have a black background like a lot of people do. And I didn't want to just grab a picture from Google of something and throw it up like other people like to do. I just wanted to have something that would catch your eye and just kind of keep you interested in the video, and I thought pinball would be perfect. Because pinball has so many things to see, so many lights flickering around, so many color changes, so much action for a ball. So I thought that would be the perfect medium to have the announcement over. And this is some of my favorite music in the game, is when you're on multi-ball mode. I'm actually doing really good. I think this may have turned out to be my highest score I've ever gotten in this game. But enough about the gameplay. Oh, we just proceeded to the second level. Let me explain this. The second level has field hazards. And you will want to be very watchful of these hazards because they can really trip you up. I've not been very far, so I cannot explain it to you by experience. But do you see that little blob moving in the background? Let me just say that if you watch my announcement video, you will know what he can do. And if you want to escape his wrath, you have to tilt. You have to tilt. Well, you don't have to make the machine go into tilt mode, but you will need to use the tilt buttons. Alright, our next result screen. That is the most plants I've ever proceeded to, I think. This was take 3. Oh, and you are allowed to take multiple takes. I will only allow 1 game per entry, though. So, one thing I like to do is play 3 games of Pinbot, and just keep the one I did the best. I suggest that as long as your game ranked to the scoreboard, I would submit it, and if there's anything I encourage you to post-commentate, it would be this. Informational would not work on a pinball machine game. Excuse me. I do believe I'm actually doing all the information that's required. So in the post-commentary, feel free to let us know about the thoughts about the game, about how your life's going, just really about anything. If you wanted to sing a song or something, you can. It's your commentary, it's your video, it's your channel. It's my Let's Score project, but it's your video. So, post-commentate the way you want. Just try not to be too aggravating to everyone's ears. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Well, I'll tell you that much. Okay. I think I am actually about to come to the end of my game here. And then we'll be able to do a recap of the rules, how this and that works. Since this is a pretty big clip, it's going to have to be brief. But like I think I did mention this, but I'm going to be making a bit of artwork for the high score screen. And it will be before my entry in the next week. So, it's not just going to be a lame carbon copy of the high score screen. Pardon me. So I'm really going to throw some effort into this, and if you make a high score on the high score screen, you will get an annotation leading right to your channel. So in retrospect, you will have earned a feature, and it will stay there as long as your score is there. So that's even more incentive to participate in my Let's Score project. And now that we have reached the end of the game, let me explain what you must do on the high score screen. I dilly-dallied enough so I can explain it. What you'll do, you can put any name in here. You can put ass, you can put troll, lol in order. I don't care. It's your game. I was going to put week 1, but there were no numbers. So what you do is you throw in your name. I'll put your full username on the high scoreboard. And once you reach the high scoreboard, save state and pause your emulator. And do not save state again until next week. In fact, on the next week's entry, you will save state and you will begin the game right there. That way we have your static high score. Alright, now we shall discuss the rules. Rule 1. Thou shalt be subscribed to RingtailRandl if thou should participate. Simple as that. If you are subscribed to my channel, you are eligible. If you are not subscribed to my channel and you are interested, you see that button right above the video that says subscribe? All you have to do is be subscribed. That's it. You don't have to watch any of my videos. You don't have to comment on anything. All you have to do is be subscribed. That's it. And this is important because you cannot submit an entry if you're not subscribed. I won't watch it. I won't even acknowledge its existence. So make sure you're subscribed before you submit your entry. Simple as that. Alright, rule 2. You will not pause the game in your emulator. You will not save state except for on the score results screen. And you will not cheat. Simple as that. It's a pinball game. It has no pause feature. I can see what you do in your emulator in the lower left corner. So, simple as that. Don't cheat. You're doing this in all honesty. Alright. I'm not quite sure if there are any more rules than that, really. Alright, let me explain the guidelines to kind of help you play. Now, like I said in the demonstration, I really encourage you to post-commentate your bits. It is very difficult to play and commentate this game at the same time. You can if you would like to get a reactionary out of it. Absolutely, feel free. If you're submitting an entry, I will be watching it. If it comes to a PM in my box and there's a video clip attached and you're subscribed to me, it's in. I'll add it. But really, it's up to you how you post-commentate it. Next, if you would like to submit an entry, I will discuss that right now. Your entry must be uploaded to your channel. It must be titled with something along the lines of "Let's Score," and the rest of the title will be week number. So if this is your submission to the first week of Let's Score with Ringtailrandl, then it should be titled "Let's Score." It's week 1. Then your name. Pretty simple. So if my name was Sassy Red Yoshi, and I wanted to put an entry into this, it would be titled "Let's Score dash week number 1 Sassy Red Yoshi." Simple as that. The next step is to PM me with it and link your video. I mean, link your video from your uploads in the drop-down box. Don't give me a link in YouTube, because those don't send well. And once I do receive this, I will add it to the playlist that will be on my channel. That's right. There will be a playlist. Anyone can see it. They just simply check it out. Now, like I said, it's purely for the competitive spirit. There are no rewards, but the benefits you do have for joining this will be that you get to express yourself in kind of a vlog fashion to get people to know you more. And the obvious, you'll get a very subtle feature. I'm going to have the high score up for maybe a minute or 30 seconds with the music. And your name will be in an annotation. So if you're looking for some exposure, go for it, man. Go for it. I'll probably have an annotation to your video for the week and one to your channel. So it'll be a lot of annotating work, but it will be worth it. For all of us. Ooh, pardon me. And I'm really happy to be trying this. This is very experimental for me. I hope you enjoy it. And you don't necessarily need to be good at a pinball game. I'm no good at pinball games, but I love them to death. Now, this is very special. The entire Let's Score will end when someone gets above 10 million points and catches the ending for us to see, because there is an ending to Pinbot. All you have to do is beat the high score. And that is much easier said than done. My score that I just made in the demonstration will act as the number 4 spot. So, there will be increments of by millions. So my score will be the 4th spot. And the lowest score, I think, is going to be 999,999. All you have to do is get a million points to get the bottom spot. Any higher, and you can bump that person off. Simple as that. It's a high score system. You earn your feature. You earn your spotlight. And you earn your way into some fun. So as soon as you see this video, I will be taking entries. So I really hope that you guys will sit down and enjoy this. If no one enters this, then you know what? I might remove it, forget it ever happened. Because there is no way to share Pinbot with you unless I share Pinbot with you. Simple as that. And if you are not sure about how to get Pinbot, here's what you gotta do. Step 1. Acquire an NES emulator. I personally love Virtua NES because it's an NES and Famicom emulator. Step 2. You must have a screen recorder. I prefer Camtasia myself. Pretty easy. And step 3, you must acquire a Pinbot USA ROM, which is pretty easy. If you just search Pinbot, NES, ROM, download, USA, you'll find it pretty quickly. Alright, I do believe that's it. I do not have the high score screen made quite yet, but I will endeavor to make it this week. You will see it in the next week's video. And anything I have not said will be included in a text overlay. So thank you very much for your interest, viewers. As always, thanks for watching. And if this is a success, I will be hosting more Let's Scores for us to go through. Probably covering different genres. So, this has been RingtailRandl, and thank you for watching. Let's all score together and see if we can see the ending to this game. And make it a good, friendly competition, all of you. Alright, this has been RingtailRandl. Thanks as always for joining me. Bye!